The Golden Hour live podcast at 4 p.m. This is a strange one. This is a strange one. I don't know what the point of this is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what the point of this is at all. We're gonna check out the Golden Hour YouTube channel in a minute, but I don't know the point. I don't know what's the point of having a Golden Hour live show, unless it's just one of those like cash grabs that you can't turn down. But I don't think there's a point to have it. I'm not gonna lie. There's kind of more of a reason to have a Golden Hour, to have a Fire and the Kid live show, especially when they were in LA, because I think, for better or worse, Fire and the Kid was very instrumental, I think, for like showcasing a lot of stand-up comedians, especially when they first started, right? When all Schultz used to go in there. What's his fucking name? The guy, Andrew Santino, not Andrew Santino? Yeah, Andrew Santino, Andrew Schultz, Bobby Lee, all those guys, right? When they were still in LA, I think they should have done more T-Fat-K live shows. That's what I think personally. But the truth is, Brendan and Brian didn't want to split the money. That's what I think is happening. I think the truth of that is that story. I don't know the facts of it. This is just my truth, my law from my point of view. I think the reason why they didn't do more T-Fat-K shows is because they don't want to split the money. They didn't want to split, but they should have done more T-Fat-K live shows when they were at their peak. Imagine if they did a live show and Schultz passes through, Theo passes through, Bobby Lee passes through, Will Sasser and Brian do a little thing. They do a little, you know, they do a little impromptu 10-minute podcast during the set. They would have killed it if they would have done more T-Fat-K shows live back in the day when T-Fat-K was popping. That would have made more sense because, again, Abbott Kenny Fight Club t-shirts, they're inherently tied to LA. Brendan lived in LA, Brian lived in LA. That would have made more sense. Obviously, T-Fat-K live doesn't make sense anymore, but Golden Hour definitely doesn't make sense at all. At all. Like, I don't even think, this is a weird thing to say. But I don't even think they're individual fans like the show. I think there's fans of the show, but I don't think Chris D'Elia fans like Golden Hour. I don't think Eric Griffin fans like Golden Hour, and I don't think Brendan Shaw fans like Golden Hour. They just got just a very small other fan base, because I think Chris D'Elia's own podcast episodes get more views than the Golden Hour, his own ones. Eric Griffin, I'm not too sure, because Eric Griffin's channel isn't that great in terms of views and stuff. But I know Chris D'Elia's podcast, Congratulations, still gets quite a lot of views. I'm pretty sure they probably get near enough comparable views. But I don't think Chris D'Elia fans are that, you know, it's not the best version of Chris D'Elia on this. His best version is on his own show. Brendan, you know, there's no real best version, and he's really obnoxious on this one too. And Eric Griffin. So it's a weird thing for them to do this live show. I think it's very, very weird. Doesn't make sense to me personally. But let's hear them explain it. T-Fat-K live at 4 p.m, which might explain everything really without even playing click. But let's play click.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, fellas, I know what you want to try. Golden Hour is live in Austin.
Oh yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
I got it. Driving over here, I'm like,
Oh, Chris has got two things. I find it very interesting that Brendan was the one that announced it. Like, no one announced it before Brendan did. Oh yeah, you know, like Brendan was the one that kind of shoehorned that announcement in there. Like, neither wanted to say it or something. It's weird, right? Secondly, Chris D'Elia's face when he says it, like, was that like a weird, like, he didn't look happy, did he?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that stinky face he's got. Look at that little stinky face he puts on. What's that about? What's that about? That's really interesting. It's almost like he's almost like his face couldn't help but react to Brendan, what he said. And it's like, I mean, he couldn't help but react to it. Like he has a face on him now. Like if a girl says to him like she's fucking 21 or something, too old, you know? 19, too old, you know? 18, too old, you know? That's the kind of face he has on right now. 17, too old. That's the kind of face he has there. Like, expect you to be younger, really. Looks at the ID. That's a shame. 24. He does not look happy, you know. He does not look happy there when they announce it.
driving over here, I'm like, we got to mention that right away, and then I just forget. But there you go, you did it.
Oh,
Guys,
I was waiting for the cucumber story to die.
This guy.
Well, I understand why it had to take a backseat to that great story about cucumber and cinnamon.
Okay. So that's how we gonna start.
Oh, that's how we doing this?
This is how we gonna do
March
it.
20th, baby.
Do I have extra
Hey, 4
long hair
p.m.
in that?
Yeah.
Oof. What in the holy AI, man? There's no budget anymore, innit? There's definitely no budget anymore. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say about Brendan. One thing he did quite well, not say quite well. One thing that he did was invest money in his flyers. Sometimes he didn't pay the artist, by the way. But one thing that he did do when he was doing his run in stand-up comedy is that he would pay the money to artists. You know? What the fuck is this flyer? What in the holy AI is this? Look at that. What in the holy auto-generated by prompt is that? That is so ugly. It's so awful. Like, no effort. Low effort shit. Just what it is. I always find it funny that Brendan's on the top there. I'm not gonna lie. I guess it's maybe from first names, right? I always find it interesting that he's at the top. I don't know why. I think the positioning is very interesting. Why is Brendan at the top? Like, why? Why is it at the top? Why is it in the middle? You know, it's just there's little things that's like, are you really the star of this show? Like, do you think people come and listen to you? I don't know. Whatever. But interesting. The other thing that's really interesting about this flyer is the location of the fucking live show. Not the comedy mothership. It's the Vulcan Gas Company. Vulcan Gas Co. It's the same location where Brendan did, where they did the Fighting the Kid, that awful Fighting the Kid live, where they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't plan nothing, didn't rehearse anything. They had Chin coming up. Like, look, this is Chin. This is that weird fucking Tism guy that's like 50 but acts like he's 12. This is him, you know? They just had him on stage looking weird and awkward. There was no planning whatsoever. I think Brian was touching the back or something. There's a wall here. Oh, I don't know. Someone was touching the wall. So I find that interesting. They've got a second gig. But the time is crazy. March 20th. Is that a weekday or is that a weekend? Please say it's a weekday. Please say it's a weekday. It's a Friday. They want people to go to a comedy club on Friday at 4 p.m. I don't know. Maybe that happens actually. Maybe, to be fair to them, maybe on that 6th Street, wherever that fucking Vulcan Gas, I think it's near 6th Street, Vulcan Gas Co. I think so. Maybe people do. Maybe do you guys in America leave work early on Fridays? We sometimes do here, but let me know in the stream chat. Is that common? If you work a 9 to 5, do you get to clock out early on a Friday? Sometimes we do in the UK. Sometimes companies will say you can leave at 4 p.m. if you leave at 5, usually once a month. Is that a thing? Yeah, okay, I knew it. Okay, no, everyone's like, no, right? Let me see. We got one no so far. Is it common for you guys to leave work early on a Friday? I know this sounds insane to even ask this because it's probably not true. But can you get out of work before 4 p.m.? In construction, I've seen it, but not anywhere else, okay? Big up Teju. Because I don't think it's possible. Like, 4 p.m. Even if I leave work at 4, I'm going to get there like 4:20, right? 4:30. Like, what? So I miss half the show. Hell no. Do you get juice boxes and snacks in the UKB? I guess that's the joke, right? Super Jello, right? I guess you're being condescending there, sarcastic, so cool. Run it up. One time I didn't show up to my shift and didn't tell them, and I got paid the full day. Wow, nice. Never. Okay, cool. Never. Okay, cool. So I guess I'm not wrong there. No one's showing up at 4 p.m. Okay. Big up Jordan Ray. That's an insane time, isn't it? 4 p.m.
It was some AI slap I whipped up. They
Zoom in.
added it.
Zoom in.
Yeah, that's great.
Zoom in.
Ooh, I like your hair there, though,
That
Chris.
don't look so bad, but it would if it would though if I did it.
You look like a character off the Night of the Seven Kingdoms or whatever the fuck it is.
He looks like we need to send him to, what is it, Gagistan? For 2
Yeah,
or 3
yeah,
years.
yeah.
Oh, Dagestan? 3 years
Yeah,
forget?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it's March 20th at 4 p.m. We're doing a 4 p.m.
Yeah.
So
Guys,
get
it's
out of
'cause-
work early. Come see your favorite guys
Well,
at
yeah,
the
because then I
Vulcan
got to
Gas
do my
Company.
solo shows after that. So
Yeah, so, you know, it's a day of Chris's shows, too. So you're going to do a double whammy. Come early. It's almost...
Is that why they did the show then? Is that why they did the show? Chris Alia's already doing 2 shows at that comedy club, right? So most likely they've got their nut covered. They've already probably sold out tickets. Chris Alia's, you know, for better or worse, Chris Alia is still quite popular. So let's see, right? Let's go on Chris Alia's website. Chris D'Elia. right? I'm pretty sure those dates are probably sold out in it because he usually sells pretty well. To be fair, still, all things considered, he still sells pretty well. If I click his show and I go tour dates. Oh yeah, by the way, small thing again, small little thing that I noticed that kind of drives me a bit nuts. Why does he never do like hour-long shows? They're always just under an hour. Is that like on purpose? Let me just double check this thing. I always feel like every time I see a thumbnail of his show, they're never an hour. It's always like 58, 46, 57. You know, like, yeah, look, it's never an hour. Like, what is that? So he does a show with his brother that's always over an hour, but his own shows, are they always purposely like this? Is that a thing that he does on purpose? 58. Okay, there's 105 here. 57 solo show, right? Let's do the solo shows. 56, 59, 102, 59, 55, 58, like 52. What, like, nigga, can't you just do a show for an hour? Is it really that hard? Is it really that hard? Like, to do a show for an hour? Is it really that hard to do a show for an hour? Really? I don't know, man. Again, am I like on a generational hate run today? Like, what is this? 59. All his shows by himself are under 15, under 1 hour. Not including that, if you include the intro music and shit, right? This is probably less than an hour. 57, 54, 55. That's 1 hour. 1 hour and 1 hour and 1 minute. Cool. 56, 55. Like 56 again. God damn, nigga. Bare minimum boys out here, innit? Like, ay. Anyway, whatever. Oh, who's that? We got run it up. Young girls have short attention spans. You gotta cut it short. It's hilarious. Anyway, what's I gonna do? No, his website for his dates. I'm sorry. I was trying to gas him up in a way here. Let's go on his websites, right? Let's see. Where's his website? There you go. If you do tour dates, is that March 20th sold out already? Oh no, it's still available. Okay, cool. So usually he sells out these tickets. So maybe is there a possibility, right? Oh shit, he's doing a weekend, isn't it? Okay, he's doing 4 shows over the weekend. So he's doing a Friday and a Saturday show. Is it possible that because he's already I'd imagine he's probably sold those seats pretty well, right? He always sells pretty decently. Maybe they're just not. This is just like a free hit, right? This is just a free hit. The March 20th 4 p.m. is just a free hit because Vulcan's probably covered in that. They covered their bases. They can pay the staff. They can pay the security. Everything's done. They're over their minimum, whatever the ticket sales are. And if he wants to do a show at 4 p.m., the venue's already gonna be ready by then anyway, right? It's gonna be all prepared and ready to go. No problem. You know what I mean? That might be the reason why. Let me check. Can we see the seating plan? Is there a thing over here, or is it not going to be there? No, we don't have that. Are they all available? Let's see how many tickets you can add to the basket. 15? Can I add 15? Of course I can add 15, can't I? Of course I can add 15. Okay. Let's go to one of them. Let's go to his one. Let's see. How many can I add here? Can I add 15 too? Yeah, you can add 15. So maybe not. Who knows? Maybe he's not selling out. Maybe he's not selling tickets as much as I thought he was. Can you add 15 here too? Oh, let's go front row. Let's go 9 on the front row. Oh, all there still. Let's go 15 general population. All there still. Cool. Okay. Fair play. Maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe he's not selling as much as I thought he was. Maybe he's not selling as much as I thought he was. Either way, I find the 4 p.m. time a bit strange.
It's like a VIP.
I'll be doing a triple whammy, so because I got 2 shows that night.
You got 3 shows.
Let's see how much Austin loves Chris. Yeah. See Chris 3 fucking.
Oh, big up Chris Mack. Okay, cool. Casual. There we go. Thank you, Chris Mack. Casual Fridays are a thing. Casual Friday. Okay, cool. So you sometimes do end work early on the Fridays, right? Okay, cool.
Times.
And if you're already going to Chris's show, you get a big
little discount, yeah,
on the live Golden Hour.
Yeah, so come, make a day of it. Make a night of it.
Yeah, it's basically like
it's 7 hours with Chris.
No, it's a It's what do you call it? What the hell's that?
You come to the show.
Like an amusement park.
Here's how you do it. Second show people. This
Fucking hell, man. Am I the only one that's reading signs that Chris D'Elia is like not interested in the show at all, innit? Brendan's the one that brought it up. Eric Griffin's trying to like steer the boat. He's trying to read out, get the fucking car back on track and try to re-emphasize the details. But Chris D'Elia seems very non-committal, kind of like he's a little bit embarrassed about it. I don't know. Am I reading too much into this? Body language. Does Chris D'Elia not seem that into this at all? Like, yeah, I guess. Yeah, comment at that. Eric, like he doesn't want to hang out with them, Like he doesn't really want to hang out with them too. Like, why are you guys tagging onto my show? Like he doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't give me the vibe. Again, I might be reading too much into it. I might be being weird, but he doesn't look like he's too happy about this. He really doesn't look like he's too happy. I don't know if they're cramping his style, if they're gonna make him look bad. I don't know. Or if he's just thinking, what the fuck are we gonna do in the live podcast? Because that's the thing, innit? Giving Chris D'Elia success, I don't think he's ever done a live podcast show, has he? Am I wrong for thinking that? I don't think Chris D'Elia has done his own live podcast show, even though his own podcast is more popping than what they do. So, it's a bit interesting then. He said, what am I even gonna do? Crowd work all 2 hours long. Another crowd. Then he's gonna go into his own set and do the whole set. That's probably what he's thinking, isn't it? He's gonna have to rely on crowd work for the live show. Then he's also gonna have to do crowd work when he does his own show. It's gonna be like, 5 hours of back-to-back crowd work. Brutal.
How you do it? Second show people. This is how you do it. You come to our podcast, then you go to dinner.
Of course,
yeah, exactly, Coiler. Exactly. He wouldn't even have talked to them if it hadn't been cancelled. Exactly. I don't think Eric Griffin would be on a show if he didn't get cancelled. To be fair, yeah, he wouldn't be on a show. He wouldn't be on. Chris D'Elia wouldn't talk to them. He wouldn't be on a show, and I'm pretty sure Eric Griffin would be on a show if Chris never got cancelled, because Eric Griffin's kind of on the show to kind of like basically Eric and Chris are making up for Theo. Like them two have to like fill in Theo's seats. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Theo was such a force to be reckoned with. Theo was such a big part of why King and the Sting was good, that they had to get two people to fill his one seat.
Involving fucking dinner.
Okay, and then you go see Chris at the late show. Yeah. That's how you should do it.
That's
a nice little date.
And because I'm in town,
you never know.
You might.
Yo, big up Izanella. That's a really good description. A really good what you call it? Whatever you said there. Sorry, description, analysis. He booked the shows and they added the show. He wasn't into doing the extra show with them. Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's probably true. He did his weekend, his 4 shows, spread across 2 days. I mean, they probably convinced him to do this, isn't it? That's why he looks. Even this. Look at this. Even this screen grab here. Eric Griffin's always got his fucking people pleasing look on his face, but look at Chris D'Elia. That's like "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend," isn't it? That is Q White Run music. That's Q White Run. That's Q Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. Like, he does not look that infused about this show, does he? He doesn't look infused.
See a guest set from Griffin.
You never know.
Because you're going to, you know what I mean? Then you're going to really see,
You never, yeah.
4,000 miles.
I get it. Some people in the audience are saying.
And Chris, are your 2 shows that night, it's all at the Vulcan?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, so you're just going to be.
I love how they're just finding out the details just now, by the way. I love how they're just finding out the details on the show. I do love that. Look, I think that's why he's so happy. Look at that sip. Yep. I'm going to have to work for my money this time. Fuck, no 58-minute shows. No 56-second shows. Look at his face. Hold on, let me scroll it back a little bit. He doesn't look too happy about it. Yep. Does this weird little smirk before. Yeah, there we go. That little the little pressing up of the lips. Yeah. I'm gonna have to maybe write some material. Yeah. Can't just rely on gyrating my hips. Crowd work won't cut it, will it, for 6 hours?
Oh, so you're just gonna be there from 3 to midnight.
I've done it. I did it in West Nyack. They added. We had a show. I don't know. I don't know. You guys talked me into this. You know what I mean?
I didn't even watch the end. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even watch the end. I just clipped it. I didn't even watch the end. I just clipped the first bit. I didn't know he said that. Oh my god! It was so obvious. It was so obvious. I'm glad I didn't watch this first. I'm glad I didn't watch this all the way through first. Oh, I didn't even know that. I swear to God, I didn't know he said that. I didn't know he said that. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. I could tell he wasn't down. He was not into it whatsoever, man. The body language is so funny. Look at the body language. Look at how high up his shoulders are covering his neck. Look at the body language, man. Look at the body language. Oh, he does not. He's just like squirming, innit? Hiding.
They added. We had a show. I don't know. I don't know. You guys talked me into this. You know what I mean?
Oh, we talked.
No. It's not that I didn't want to do it. I did.
Whenever the first thing comes out of your mouth, it's always your first thought. Whenever the first thing comes out of your mouth, have a clumsy. That's always your actual true thoughts.
But
I'm sorry.
Heaven forbid we,
No, I. It's not that I didn't want to do it. I did want to do
Heaven forbid we try and do a cash grab, innit? Yeah.
it, but I was like, all right, if I'll do it, yeah, 3 shows. But yeah, I'll do it. And now you guys are like, you're doing 3 shows?
That is true though, right? Why couldn't they just book their own show? You have to think about that. Why couldn't they just like book their own live show? Why do they have to do it on the same day that Chris Lee is already doing his show? Don't you find that interesting? Maybe because they knew they couldn't sell any tickets if it wasn't like sandwiched in before Chris Lee's show. Don't get me wrong, I will be glued to my Instagram. I will be probably streaming that day, and I want to see what type of people go and watch their show. I want to see what they look like. I want to see what, because I don't, like I said previously, I think this is a fool's errand, really. I think this is a fool's errand, a complete waste of time, because they're not going to plan anything, right? They barely planned this show. They barely planned this show, but the only way that show would work is if they plan segments. Maybe if they reintroduce stuff like, I don't know, Rate My Mum, what they should do on kind of King and the Sting. If they reintroduce some segments, maybe have some crowd interaction, like without doing crowd work, actual people coming up to the stage and sharing stories, or maybe people in the crowd asking Q&A. I don't know, whatever you want to do, right? Figure it out. But I don't think they're going to ever do that. I don't think they're ever going to prepare to that extent. Chris Lear definitely isn't going to do it, right? Chris Lear is already looking very unenthusiastic about it. He's already dreading the work, right? That's one thing, is like, for comedians, there's one thing they fucking hate. They don't want to be on stage more than they have to. Right? They don't want to go the extra mile for their fans or whatever. So he probably is a bit pissed off he has to do these 3 shows anyway in general. So he's definitely not going to want to be involved. I already kind of gave you the, I gave you the fucking grace to come and do the show before mine and whatever. Don't now ask me to come and sit in meetings and shit. So they're not going to plan a show. It's at 4 p.m. on a Friday. Week before payday, right? March 20th is like a week before payday. Again, I don't know. Americans, I know you guys are different. You get bi-weekly pay, but let's say you get paid once a month. It's a week before payday, March 20th at 4 p.m. I don't know. March, there's a lot of birthdays, office-wise, right? I feel like March in the office, at workplaces, I feel like the time there's always birthdays is like March, August, and September. I feel like in workplaces, there's always birthdays around then, right? I don't know. I just find it as a strange time, strange place to do a show, personally. I could be mistaken, but I don't think this is going to go the way they think it's going to go. I don't think it's going to go the way they think it's going to go. But it's funny how Chris D'Elia just exposed, look, you taught me into this, guys. I didn't want to do this. Jesus Christ. Big up Coiler. The place is Redness C, only lasted the place is Redness C, only lasted 2 shows. True. Run it back. Lacking ability to pod. Beast loud. I would hate to be around the corner if I was the Leah. They're all insufferable. Yeah, true. Papa always finds a way to put others down. Just that Vulcan, yeah. Just that Vulcan. Yeah, I didn't notice actually. Yeah, just that Vulcan. Of course. Where's he gonna be? Rogan, the worst time possible to reintroduce Crystalia back into the JRE fold would be now, and it with all the Epstein thing going on. You really can't. This would probably be the worst time ever to reintroduce Crystalia to his fan base. But I think, given the amount of friends that Rogan has who are in the Epstein files, and given the amount of friends in general he has in stand-up comedy who have like dodgy things about them, I think it's a bit rich to cut off Crystalia, you know? I think it's a bit rich. I know Crystalia is a monster, I know the stuff about him is horrible, but I think if you're Rogan, you don't really have a leg to stand on to say, oh yeah, Crystalia's not my friend anymore. So, really? Have you seen your friends? Have you seen your friends? Come on, man. Do you know what I mean? Glass House, Stones, all that shit. Come on, man. Come on. Pot Ghetto Black, all that shit. Come on.